What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the WichitaPromo Podcast with your host, EKM. We back at Parallel Studios, and I got another special guest in the building. I'll let him introduce himself to y'all.
Yeah, 8-0. You already know the solid figure, Mad Dashing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dub
Man.
Cater.
One of the most legendary artists in the city for sure. Yeah,
Hey, y'all take that.
man. I've been trying to get you on this podcast for a long time, man. I'm glad we could lock this in today for real.
For sure, bro.
For sure.
On your shit.
Man, so straight into it, bro. How did you get into music? Because you got a crazy catalog, bro. You got a lot of stuff out.
Yup, I always been a fan of music. Like, since I was a kid, I come from that era, man, where you see your uncle, your pops, whoever, your grandpa, they got crates of vinyls, tape cassettes, you know what I mean? So yeah, CD Walkmans. So I'm from the era. You go in the store. That was the candy store to us. You see the NWA albums.
Yeah.
Everything jumping off like that. Everything the Michael Jackson, Isley Brothers, Prince, the whole shit. So yeah, been a Zapp and Roger, all that funk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been a fan of it.
Hell yeah. Man, how did you start releasing music and taking it seriously as like a career?
Okay, so it basically, it started all in the streets. You know how that go. You're in the front yard with your homies, your crew, whatever, freestyling. I wasn't really rapping as much then, but everybody around me was.
Yeah.
But they would just, niggas get lit and everything. Hey, spit one, just jump in. So, I started jumping in like everybody else, So what happened was when, matter of fact, I went up. I had to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where niggas got to really rhyming and writing, really showing their skills, group homes, county, wherever it was, you running the niggas from different areas and you show your skills off. So yeah, that's how I was sharpening it all up.
Yeah.
That's where I first started writing that, and then that's where you be like, all right, bet when I get out, I need to touch a studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we started out a group, like damn near 20 of us. You know how that go.
Yeah, yeah.
It starts off damn near 20, you end with 5. You know what I'm saying? And so it's about 20 of us, shout out Standing Solid, Never Breaking, SSNB, the original crew, DVN, So yeah, it started out with us. I was on the low end. You know what I mean? Just showing my support by showing up every time. But something in there, when the streets be like, hey man, y'all dope, I had to make a decision of turning this into that. It's about that time, streets get ugly, everything get to going down. So you kind of want to start shifting yourself. And that was one of the only things I could see myself doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. Man, you got songs dating back on Spotify all the way to like 2015 type shit.
Yeah.
That's how you think
we not to cut you out. We started, I'm out the trunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started, parking lot. So don't get it fucked up with everybody. Can we cuss on here? My bad.
Oh yeah.
So don't get it fucked up. So, to everybody, like this shit really started. Like I done been there. I done wrote markers on the CDs. I done packaged it up. Me and my mans, Figure Bo, everybody else in the crew, Face Mob, everybody. We, Mr. Mario, we done stamped this shit. We done had the homegirls, homeboys, whoever in a room. We'll go out, get money.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole room come back. Big Meek and them have CDs stacked with their own hands, like 500. There you go, bro, in there sweating, So we'll hit the streets again, right out the trunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, we're having music out from all the way from like 2015 and you still real active with it today. How do you think your music has evolved?
A lot, bro.
Yeah.
And then being where I'm from, being where we from, it's like one of them things like you really gotta believe, you really gotta have faith. Yeah. And you really just gotta not give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you really gotta hold that down. It ain't one of them things like, in my mind, man. I see a lot of artists when they come in the lab, they be like, yeah, we got one. And they hype when they say they got one, it's like we made it. I didn't look at it like that. You gotta look at it like when you first hit the block, when you first get a job, anything you do, you make your first $5.
Yeah.
You gotta have the same feeling. It's not like you made it, but you like, this shit creates revenue.
Yeah.
You can put this back into where it came from and you can get double. If you discipline, you can make it triple and triple and triple. So over time, you know, you sharpen your skills, the doper you get, you know, and then one day, you know, like just to jump forward from where I was at, you know, streaming, basically what you saying, Spotify, streams and everything. So you'll look at, you know, somebody like me, I done got calls where cats would be like, bro, my check was $6.12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell
and I'll be like, bro, look, man, you gotta think, you just made some money off off your rhymes.
Yeah.
Fuck how much it is, you just made some money, bro.
Real
you know
shit.
what I mean? Somebody listened to you to give you that $6.12. So I remember my first $8, $9 check.
Yeah.
I was hyped.
Yeah.
I was hyped. You know, and I'm like, man, I can make this $9. And then I remember $250.
Yeah.
Then I remember $500. I was hyped. Then when I hit $1,000, I was like, I can start paying bills with this. I can do this.
Hell
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'll start putting more time into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that for sure. Man, tell me about the newest project, 2 Mob for the radio. What was the process like in that?
2 Mob for the radio. The process of it was just like any other project, just going in and then getting a title for it. I been had the title because I felt like, and shout out to DJ Cadis, Carla, they always back me at the radio. It's nothing against them. They just got in and got it popping like they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that fat motherfucker Craig though, the dude, I found out later, bro, he held a lot of us back.
Yeah.
From radio play.
Hell
Which not being too bitter about it, I never looked for the radio anyway because I was independent.
Yeah.
And I knew the shit I was putting out wasn't tame for the radio. Like I knew my music was for the streets. I knew who my listeners was. So, you know, all jokes aside, like shout out the radio.
Yeah.
But 2 Mob for the radio was just what it was. Like, hey, I know this shit can't be played on the radio.
Yeah.
So this is 2 Mob and this is for my mob guys, you know, my mob fellas, you know. So
hell yeah.
That's how we rocked it.
How'd you decide on the features for that album? Because I know you got Nutty 1-4, Shooteroo, Boss Made, like
hard.
Casey Young Boss.
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard. So shit, I look at it like this. They deserve it. Just like a few more that shit was supposed to be on there. It's gonna be on the next one.
Yeah.
They just deserve it, bro. Like I took a break off from features for a while.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like I seen a lot come and go, like I was telling you earlier. Like if you sit around this shit and you pay attention, you'll see 10 guys come in and then you'll see them leave. You see what I'm saying? And not to say it's just disappointed because everybody go through shit. I done took breaks, but I come back and I go hard, you know, because we need that. And just, you know, just for the future, you know, the future artists, like that's what it takes. The audience, your listeners and everything, they be more like, hey, damn, so you come in for a year, you give us something and then you vanish. They want something that they can build with too. They want something from the ground up. They love the root. It's like Scarface. You know, Tony Montana, they got him out the back of the kitchen washing dishes and shit.
Right.
Said, hey, hit him with some keys and they watched him grow from a pilgrim all the way up, you know. So the people love that. The people love that story. So don't ever think that you got to jump out there with the Ferrari before you can give them you. Yeah. They actually like to grow with you, bro. They like the nigga jumping around in the white beater, no jewelry, right in front of his gas station in his hood, giving it up. You know, them is the people that's gonna grow with you, and then they gonna be able to represent you right because you represent right. You know? Yeah,
hell yeah. Man, what's your process like in songwriting? Because your music is real, like just real life shit. It's it's never like some bullshit bars or anything like that. It's never anything that a lot of the shit will really go over people's heads.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
To certain listeners, you gotta live this shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why it was 2 Mob for the radio, and majority of my music is like that. You gotta, it's the lifestyle, bro. So it ain't for everybody. But now I'm starting to catch on that a lot of the world is immune to that lifestyle. Even if they ain't all the way in it, they immune to it. And it's around, so they more tapping into it. So yeah, that's the process of just lifestyle, bro. You know, I still go to the hood, sit outside certain spots and just jot one down. You know, some of this shit be childhood memories all the way, you know, the environment. That's kind of what I go off of, the environment, bro. It's a hell of a story. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling Christian off camera, man, I think one of my favorite things about you as an artist too is you can go all the way back through your catalog, and I feel like there's never been a time where you rode the wave of what Wichita sounded like. You always sounded like you.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I definitely respect that.
Appreciate it,
You think
bro.
it's like how important do you think that is to talk about like your real life and to stick to your own sound and your own self rather than kind of riding what's popular at the time?
It's very important because once again, bro, your audience can pick up on that.
Yeah.
Your audience know when, you know, shit, here come the nigga on the Detroit wave.
Yeah.
Here come the nigga on the Texas wave.
Hell yeah.
All the shit. So, you know, not to get too far into the streets, but if that's where we going, so from my point of view, we was based on when I was coming up, we in the middle. So we listen to all the shit, right? But predominantly, let's be truthful, like this city is like a we was raised on a lot of gang culture around here.
Yeah.
Dope slanging, gang culture, whatever you call it, the pimp culture, everything.
Yeah.
That's what was around us. You know, a lot of the time, that's just the influence around here. So when the gang culture, be real, where'd it come from? It came from California.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, who wasn't a kid in a parents' house, their grandma's house, somebody around there was bumping Pac.
Come on.
Brother Lynch, X-Rated, C-Bo, shit, the Banging on Wax CDs, if you want to take it back that far. I don't know a nigga that wasn't into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how I look at it is you take that culture and that's kind of what zapped to us. Like, all right, shit, we gon' kick that flow. So I just stuck to kind of what was immune to my environment, my surroundings, and that's what worked.
Yeah.
And I always was like, I know everybody ain't gonna feel this at that time, because it was a time, bro, where hella people from the town was on that South Dallas swag shit.
Yeah.
Right when I first came out, and I had already knew that's okay. I'm not gonna ride that wave because that ain't me. I don't think that's a lot of us. I think that was just artists trying to fit in somewhere because we didn't really have a platform. It was I didn't start this. It was guys before me. Yeah. You know, Jay Maculus, Sir Quartz, you know, a lot to name, bro. Bo Peep, Twan Sack. It was a lot to name, like from the streets though.
Yeah.
If you know, you got the JBs, everybody, you know, a lot of guys that was spitting this heat before me and that we was listening to. They just it was before this time of technology. It wasn't no you know, you had to be up and close and personal on these guys. You had to go to Eminem's, you had to go to One Stop Rob Wonder. You had to go to these places and really get these tapes in the street.
Yeah.
And they spitting this same shit I'm spitting. You know, when I came along, I kind of like you know, took it to the next level with the platforms, you know, and it worked. They backed me and shit. They start hearing a lot more of us. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they start hearing a lot more about the city. So yeah.
Yeah. Man, I wanna touch on the album beforehand too. There Is No Me Without You, because that one still feels pretty recent, man. You dropping a lot.
There's no and then right before that, something from me to you. Yep. So yeah, I look at both of them as the same. Like, you know, instead of making a part two, I just, you know, is no. You kind of get that. So yeah, man, that's my baby. Something From Me to You. The one did it all for the set his own. Like, that became my new baby. Like, I done did a lot of work, bro. And I was actually like, I'm proud of this joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm super, till this day, I feel like I ain't topped that album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. That's gonna go down as
like,
a classic.
It's my baby.
Real.
Like, that album, shout out Seattle. That shit got me booked in Seattle.
Yeah.
Shit, booked everywhere. Portland. Shit, it got, you know, shot to Oklahoma, Topeka.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You know, so it's like that got me tuned in. I'm appreciative of that, you know. So I'm proud of that.
Man, how did you come up with the idea for the cover art on There Is No Me Without You? You got like the comments and the DMs and shit on there?
Yep.
That's cool.
So what I did was I put a question answer type deal on my Instagram story. So on all my platforms, I just said, hey, what should I call this next tape?
Yeah.
So I said that, and hella people, you know, wrote down and messaged what I should call it.
Yeah.
So unknowingly, me in the background, I'm just taking everything that they said, like all the titles they shot to me, and basically I just made that the cover. Cause that's where I was more like coming to of, you know, there's no me without you. I wanted them to be a part of something.
Yeah.
That I was doing. It's hard to nowadays like get everybody involved. So I felt like that could be a piece of, you know, in the future, that could be a piece of somebody saying, man, I actually had something to do with that project.
Yeah.
Instead of just being a listener, you know, my quote is on there. What I wrote down is on that album cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do more shit like that. I like the concept of getting your people involved in the art without being a feature or anything like that.
Hell yeah.
Because it's a lot more people out here that ain't rappers that I feel like I would love to collab with. Collabing with rappers is cool, but you know, sometimes that could be a hassle.
Right.
But so I like collabing with everything, bro. Like cooks, shit, anything. You know what I mean? Painters, all that. Like it's just, you could do a lot more collaboration. Shit, podcasts, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I kind of I started on this podcast, me myself. I opened this up. It first started off just interviewing rappers, and the whole reason I opened it up is because I realized I feel like it's hard to get rappers to support rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I feel like we better off if we tap in with these businesses, get the barbershops to tap in, the tattoo shops, all that type of shit. That's what's really gonna blow us up for real.
That's right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rappers supporting rappers shit.
Hell yeah. Man, when you putting together these albums, how do you decide what goes on it and what doesn't?
Pretty much, I know a lot of artists, bro, they'll make 50 songs and pick 12. Me, I'm more consistent of shit. I really don't put out too much bullshit.
Yeah.
So if I'm 15 songs in and I want to put 12 out, 12 of them gonna make it.
Yeah.
I don't gotta do 20 songs and be like, all right, let me pick out of these songs. You know what I mean? So that's my process. I really feel like before I even go in there and rap, I feel like this song got potential.
Hell
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm more, as you can see, I'm more of like a album type dude, you know, street album, whatever, mixtape, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm more like the 12, 15 range, you know, at a time type guy. I ain't really broke too hard into the singles, but you know, that's coming because I got this, you know, I want to shoot out 5 more projects, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on 5, so I got like four more this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, be looking for that.
Man, you really working with all that.
Yeah,
What's the vault look like then? You got a crazy vault?
The vault getting there. So shit, I got one damn near done now. Me and Christian, shout out Christian, Parallel Studios.
Yeah.
Christian on the handles, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Young C. You know the whole vibes, man. That's my guy over there at Mixdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that rocking like that. So I'm back and forth, you know. I just left my producer, SC Trill. That's my brother. That's my family. I just left him. Got some cold shit. So yeah, you know it's gonna be turned up.
How you get tapped in with Parallel?
Man, that's a good question. We was trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Cause I've been in here ever since.
Yeah.
It was, man, I think I either got caught up here on a feature.
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Same here.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I got caught up here on a feature, I did the feature, was cool. And then I came back for another feature and Christian mixed me.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to be back. I clocked in with him on my own joint. And after that, I was like, yeah. Me and Christian, we got like, that's my brother, man. We got like, man, a chemistry crazy. Like, that's very important as an artist to know, like, it's a formula, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everything's a formula. Like, me and SC, that's a formula. I come up here with Christian, that's a formula. So you know, you in the pot, you mixing.
Yeah.
And you gotta have that dope come out right. You know what I mean?
Hell
so
yeah.
That's how it go.
What's some of your like musical inspirations?
As far as sound or
Yeah,
lyrics,
just like the sound you going with right now. Hell yeah.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Inspirations, like no bullshit. Lately, bro, I've been tapped in like with staying grounded with my own sound.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I hear shit time to time. We living in a time, bro. Like if you would have asked me that 10 years ago, I would have been able to shoot out like 5 inspirations. We living in a time now, shit just so everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and then like you get an artist, shit, you might like him, he get locked up the next day or gunned down the next day, or you know, or just a lot of the shit that you listening to ain't got holding the substance that you used to. So man, I just go listen to old shit a lot of the time, or I'll listen to some, you know, some shit from the town, whatever, see how that's peaking. But I'll go listen to some old shit that's hot. That's still hot. You know what I mean? I go function with all that. So yeah, the inspiration is just the music now, bro. Like the entertainment sound, bro. You know, like instruments. Yeah. Finding different instruments to make different sounds. Like that's what it's about now. Like if you go back to the 60s and 70s, that shit has been like copied up till now.
Yeah.
So it's like how can we be more of an artist into being like, all right, damn, I just created a whole new, you know, a whole new sound for everybody to cling on to that's just fits you. And I think that's the rocket ship right there.
Hell yeah. Man, I think you've kind of done that in the city for real. I think you kind of created a wave in the city, and it's a lot of people. No disrespect to them.
Yeah, for sure.
I do the same shit.
Yeah,
like I definitely have inspirations I look up to, and I sound like them to some extent.
For sure,
I
bro.
think you definitely got a whole wave of people that I think kind of run with your sound here in town.
Yeah.
Like respectfully.
I'm thankful for that, bro, because that's how you make it.
Yeah.
Like that's how you make it as a city. Like I tell cats all the time, no disrespect. When we in a room and everybody be like, all right, let's work, right? But we can't even get on one drum, one beat, because this guy want to be Future. This guy want to be Atlanta. This guy want to be Texas. This guy want to be West Coast. This guy want to be East. It's like, bro, it don't work like that, because, you know, you got to be on one drum for the city to be as one. Because it's just, you're gonna confuse everybody with that, because everything's everywhere. It gets too chaotic. So what I tell guys, ain't no thing, if that's you, that's how you rap, that's cool, bro. But I'm telling you, if you just if it ain't for everybody either. But shit, the mob guys, they know what I'm talking about, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't do no goofy shit, man, while you at it. Because you know, people pay attention and we stamp you. And shit, same goes for me. You stamp with this shit. This is bigger than rap. You know, you like a sustain. You like a small statue in a city, to where, you know, people are representing you as, hey, this is what we pushing. So you go do some goofy ass shit. You end up on Wichita News Network or some shit on some goofy shit. You know what I mean? It's hard to come back from that, you know. Shout out my guys though, you know, you can end up on that motherfucker on some street shit too, and I ain't even talking about those guys. I'm talking about the guys, you know, pulled the bride's tracks out, you know what I'm saying? You know, rammed your head through the glass window and all the shit, you know, get caught on video doing all kind of fun boy shit. That ain't what we on, bro. That ain't what we
bad look for all of us too.
Yeah, bro, it kill us every time, bro. So, you know, man up. Shit.
Hell yeah, I feel that. Man, I heard in another interview that you say you got a vinyl collection?
Man, I slowed down on it. Yup.
Hell yeah.
Yup.
You got a favorite record you got?
Man, it's like, bro, man, that's crazy, because I did have one I was putting. Man, you got Atlantic Star. Man, you got a bunch of classics too, bro. Man, I had that Michael Jackson joint too. Fuck how they feel. You know what I'm saying? But man, I had the new shit too. I had Pac, all that shit on vinyl. I'm coming with a vinyl too though. Greatest hits, 8-0.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna slang that bitch for damn near 50 to 100. I'm gonna see if I can do it.
I was talking to a local artist just like an hour ago, and he put some shit into my head that it's like maybe unrealistic, but it was something that stuck with me. The homie Majin Ken, shout out to bro. He was sitting here talking to me like an hour ago. He was like, bro, I want to print up some vinyls. Because if you think about it, it's so many artists that if the internet disappeared right now, they do too. Nobody got physical copies no more.
Yeah.
Once he said that, I was like, oh shit, I need to get something physical. That's real.
For real, bro. And it's so crazy. I still got people that was buying physicals back then that'll literally see me in the street and run up on me like when the physicals coming in.
Yeah.
So don't ever be sleep on that. It's old as it sound, whatever. It's real. Like you got a website, you got merch, anything like that, people still, hey, cause a motherfucker might have an old school that's all they doing there. We ain't changing nothing. We popping CDs in and out of this joint. They'll be glad to come by that. Or just put it up as a trophy.
Yeah. You remember the first album you bought physical?
Oh, first album. Man, it was like 4 or 5 of them at one time, man. Let me see. I know I had all those albums. Pac, Ice Cube, NWA. But then I even went further back than that. You know, man, bro, I had some shit, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I went all the way back, man. I've been turned up on cats. I don't know if you ever heard of Special Ed. Like, this is the beginning of rap, bro. Yeah. So Grandmaster Flash, that type shit, bro. I was on all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I was slapping all the heat way back then, you know.
Hell yeah, that's crazy.
Cool Mo D, the whole nine. Cool in the Gang, everybody. One Way. Yeah, all the slaps. That's where all that funk come from. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I'm 25. I remember buying my first CD.
What was it?
I remember being like 5, 6 years old. I had my mama drive me to Best Buy. And I got the Carter 3 and the Block is Hot by Lil Wayne. And I dove in so hard after that.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. That Wayne, hey, that was a hell of an era, bro.
Oh, yeah. Crazy. You know?
I never got too far into it because, like I said, I was more influenced by, you know, the other shit. But I definitely noticed, like, everybody coming around like, the Lil Wayne, that's hot.
Hell yeah.
It was just too commercial for me at the time.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. How do you get tapped in with SE Trill? I know he does a lot of your beats.
Yeah, man, that's family, bro. That's real family too. Okay. SE, man, bro, just dope, man. We how do we tap in? Man, I actually, rest in peace, Montana YG. The story was I actually told Montana to hit him up. Yeah. Like, bro, if you wanna make that song that you trying to make, SE will do it. I'm pretty sure he'll know how to remake that. He was just keep telling me I need this beat to be a certain way. Yeah. SE was the only dude at that time, bro. Shout out Maestro. That was ringing like that in my generation of beats. Yeah. So, you know, we'll rap over YouTube beats, whatever, you know, instrumentals, whatever we can get our hands on, but we really wasn't investing in beats yet. We didn't know how it worked to go pay a producer to invest in a sound. Yeah. You know, that was new to us. So, shit, Montana went and bought the beat. He went to the hood, he went to 21st. And they was in the back of the liquor store. SE did the beat. Montana bring it back to the studio. He laughing like, look what I got. He put it on. I said, yeah, that's crazy. I'm on my way. Yeah. So I shot immediately to SE, had him do like 4 beats for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it kicked out. Bro was he laced me up. Yeah. And over time we had just built that sound. Like me and him together, when we in there, we back and forth with each other. We really build a sound together. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, I can't do it without him and he can't do it without me. You see what I'm saying? It's really one of those, bro. It ain't like I'm just coming and hitting SE, hey, cook something up for me. Yeah. It's special, bro. Like, so when people, man, why can't I get one of those? That ain't how it work. You know what I'm saying? But you can call me and bro up. You know what I'm saying? With the check, we'll work something out with you.
Hell yeah.
How you sounding like that?
Nah, you can hear y'all's chemistry on the track for real. Cause
outside of
your
everybody else,
just perfect for each other.
Right.
Hell yeah.
The levels, everything is right there. I know what to expect, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah. What would you say like an 8/0 type beat sounds like?
Man, that's crazy. I'm getting into that. So an 8/0 type beat is like you for sure somewhere in there I gotta have a sample. Yeah. Not like taking nobody else's music all the time, but it can be a simple sample that nobody knows it's a sample, just a sound. So I'm really all about a bass, 808, a kick, a clap, a drum, a little sample, and then I just do the rest. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But every tape I gotta hit them with, I call the Eric B. Rakim. They had a Chinese arithmetic, and it's like the Chinese, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I had that rocking, and I've been like really on that lately. I got one coming out.
Yeah.
Called Federal. It's gonna light them up. So yeah, I've been really liking that sound lately. I can't really name the instrument right now, but that's the instrument right now. I like the bass coming with the Chinese, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's hard. Man, as somebody who's been doing this for so long, what's like one of the biggest lessons that you learned as an artist? Because it ain't an easy job for real. Shit.
Man, one of the biggest lessons is, bro, man, you got to keep going no matter what. Like, man, my art speaks more than anything, bro. I done, this whole time I've been being an artist, bro, it's been a lot of shit. It ain't been no cool flight, bro. It ain't, not one bit. It ain't been no cool flight. Like, this ain't been no, like, I'm just rapping. Like, this shit has been hella tribulation, like trials and close ones too, bro. Losing a lot. And every time come with that, the hardest part is turning all of that and bottling it up and throwing it in the good pot and saying, turning it into a ball of energy that you need to keep going. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, because people, this shit easy to throw in the back. Give up. Fuck this shit. I'm done, you know? So like, as simple as it may sound, like when somebody comes and tells you, all you gotta do is this, you know how people will tell you that? All you gotta do is this. People don't really adapt to that too much, because the person that's telling you really half the time ain't even been to where you trying to go. Right. But as simple as it may sound, whatever it is you doing, like don't be silly. Don't keep doing some shit that's not giving you nothing. Yeah. You gotta know when to break. You gotta know when enough's enough. Let me go do this now. But if you got something and you know you got it and you know where you trying to go, keep going, because one day and it's different levels of the one day that I'm talking about. It'll just appear. Yeah. I know you know the small wins I'm talking about. Hell yeah. No shit. Okay, locked in. Yeah. That's another one. Those are instruments telling you this is the gasoline. This is the answer that you've been questioning yourself about. This is the answer, talking about like moving forward with what you doing. Like, take that as the answer. Nobody's just gonna come tell you out of the answer, this is what you're supposed to be doing. That's the answer. Like the shit, when you walk in the door and it's like, oh shit, I didn't know that was gonna be on the table today. When it come to my music, my career, whatever your career is, when that shit land on the table and it's a plus, that's the plus, that's the gas, that's the answer right there to say, keep going. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Because when you keep doing that, the levels of it, man, one day you ain't nobody gonna tell you when it's gonna come or how it's gonna come. One day the shit just pops up. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in that. I ain't where I want to be, not even close. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm appreciative to shit where I got and where the city took me, where the hood took me, you know, where they hold me at. Man, I love y'all for that. So I'm going to keep going, but at the same time, I know somewhere in there, it's going to be another one.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's the answer, to keep going. Just like, shit, when you get a check with this shit, it be bigger than the last one. 3 albums more in, the big check come. Oh, shit, I ain't stopping.
Hell yeah. Nah,
Couple thousand more, I ain't stop. What the fuck I'm going to stop for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the answer. To back to what you were saying, if I answer that question, bro, you might have to say it to me again.
Yeah, man. I think that's super real, because I feel like every big bump I've had in music came right after a big setback where I damn near gave up. It'd be like some shit happens and I'm like, damn, I feel like I should just stop this shit. And then somebody reach out and it'd be the biggest moment. And every single time it bumped me up a little more.
And because you stood on the stoop, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the person at Quick Trip never leaves, right?
Yeah.
And metaphorically speaking, the person, it's like somebody always on the stoop.
Right.
So let's just say it's one person, even though they leaving and relieving each other.
Yeah.
It's one person. You always gonna be able to pick up the Snickers, whatever you coming for, buy some gas, whatever, bottle of water, because they stand on the stoop.
Yeah.
If they leave the stoop, they gonna miss the opportunity.
Hell yeah.
And that's what you saying, bro. You never left.
Yeah.
At the hardest point, you was like, man, this shit, it can wait. This shit's not where my life is right now.
Yeah.
But you stuck around and boom, you was there.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? You got the paint job.
Yeah, that's what it's about for real, man. How do you go about like networking and building your connections?
Man, hey, good question. That's a big thing with me, bro. Like, that's probably one of my least things that I've done that I could have did to put me somewhere.
Yeah.
I ain't, the networking is always just been genuine, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it came from just being in the streets, bro. Anyway, the networking always came from, I'ma show up. If I adapt, if people adapt to me, if I adapt to them, it works. If we work, we work.
Yeah.
I never really been knocking on the door too hard as far as trying to get an individual to respect what we doing.
Yeah.
But I have knocked on the door, kicking on the door for the whole to respect what we doing. Anybody that's watching, I'm beating on the door, let us in. And that's where I come at it with. So like, people reach out from everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
I've literally had people. It's not like I got 2,000 people over here and 10,000 over here. But it's everywhere. It might be 20 over here, 10 over here, 5 over here, everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally out of the country, all of that shit.
Hell yeah.
Like receipts, my nigga. You know, and I ain't never really showed too much on the net, whatever. But everybody know what's up.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But back to what you were saying, like that's the networking and everything. Is basically I always like genuine.
Yeah.
Because when you get to letting certain shit in or you don't get, sometimes it's just like the streets, just like the hood. You don't let nobody just come around and just get to hanging.
Yeah.
Cause you don't know it. Nowadays, bro, somebody can come pose as whatever the fuck, tell you what that, and then they a whole slime ball in the background, and you gotta go fuck them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then now you chasing them down. Now you putting your life on the line because you had that equal respect, the opportunity for them, and they crashed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of their own ways. So you really, it ain't like. Back then it was somewhat like that, but it was more honorable. Now, like, people prey on a scam type relationship. Yeah. Like, I'm here. I could never sit somewhere for a year, 6 months, a month, and secretly knowing that this is a whole heist behind it. I'm finna slime the shit out this month. Yeah. I couldn't even rap that. It's either, if I felt like that, it's gotta happen now. But nowadays you got somebody, you know the stories, man. A motherfucker sit around you for a year or two, man. Yeah. And whack you out.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta stick with your day ones. Really just hold the circle tight, you know, and make sure everything's secure. You know, that's how it go.
Yeah, that's real. Man, you've done shows and shit everywhere. How do you first off, how do you lock in these shows out of state? Because I know a lot of local artists listen, and that's kind of the step they trying to get to. And also, do you have like a favorite one you've done so far?
Man, it's I'ma say, bro, it's all about patience. Like your time is your time. And if it ain't your time, do the work. Go back and do the work. It's not, you don't do the work and then be like, why ain't I getting picked up?
Right.
If you ain't getting picked up, it's just like anything else, bro. Sports, whatever. You got to go back to the gym.
Hell yeah.
If you ain't getting picked up, bro, you got to go work on the free throw line.
Yeah.
You got to go back to the line, bro. Don't be mad, bro. I'm going to go back to the line. I'm going to go back to the line after this interview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like when it come to shows, I never tripped on where I was gonna have a show at, and I never forced, like, I don't get me out there, because I don't want to just show up and I ain't that type of dude to show up and just want to do a show.
Yeah.
I want to do a show where I was booked and shit, people there to see me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other than that, I feel like we wasting time, because like I said, I do music for the people I do music for.
Right.
I do music for the fans of the music that I do. So when I'm covering these grounds, when I'm finally ready, I pop out, and then shit, they ready for me too.
Yeah.
And we gotta have that I got that mutual understanding with my audience. Now, if I pop up and it's 5 to 10 people, I'ma rock it like it's 500.
Hell yeah.
Because that's love. That you out of town and 10 people came to show you way across the water, and they singing your song word for word. I don't know you for shit.
Yeah.
That's love. And I fucks with that heavy. So it wasn't no particular like favorite. The dub is the shit, man.
Hell
they show up and it go down, bro.
Hell
I ain't even bullshitting.
Yeah.
It goes down. And shit, like I said, shout out all in places that I name. Like, bro, when you show up, it's hospitality, it's love. They fuck with it. And then I see like people from there, like people from here. You know what I mean? So that's the beautiful part of it. Like, damn, I could shift through here. These niggas just like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it ain't really no preference. I ain't really big on I need a show. I love doing music, bro. I love seeing people at me and they cruising down the street vibing to the story. I feel like the story is being followed, and that's what all I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, a show is the shit. Like, I come show out, but I really ain't big on the get me out there.
Yeah.
I get booked.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What do you think about the growth of Wichita's music scene in the past like 10, 15 years?
10, 15 years, me personally, I would want to see more of artists sticking in it.
Yeah.
Like, hanging in the ropes.
Yeah.
I see so many people have like a 4-year, 2-year, 1-year run.
Yeah.
And I'll even bump into them. I got some shit. It's coming. I don't know, whatever it is, you don't see consistency.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot of music going on, but the consistency of it.
Hell
and
yeah.
The give up is crazy. Like I said, it ain't about just putting out the music and saying, damn, do people like me?
Yeah.
You gotta go back to the free throw, bro.
Hell yeah.
You gotta call your people up and put them in the studio and say, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta have your boys or whoever. Shit, they gotta. Man, I had the homies and everything way back. Like, hey, homie, I think you should come like this. I think you should come like that.
Yeah.
And then you got 5 of them saying, I like it when you come like that. Go sharpen that up.
Yeah.
Go back to the free throw.
Hell yeah. Man, I've been working on the Wichita Promo page. I'm trying to put together a series of Wichita Promo albums. Where basically I just want to get as many producers and artists to represent the city as possible on there. Artists are cut in on the royalties. I don't make no money. I literally just want to show people the city got crazy talent right now.
That's crazy, bro. That's that DJ Khaled shit.
Yeah. Man, I feel like you one of them people too. I absolutely got to get on there. It's not representing the city right if you're not on there.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that for sure.
Is there any artists in the city that you don't have to answer this because I know a lot of people don't like to, but is there any artists in the city that you haven't worked with that you want to?
Oh yeah. It's artists in the city, but like I said, the sound got to be right.
Right.
And
hell yeah.
I don't work with pretty much everybody that.
Yeah.
And then I got stuff that I ain't put out either. You know what I mean? That I've worked with people on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, and then I got a few guys, you know what I'm saying, that I'm swinging through on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting the pitch, throwing it back and forth. But I pretty much worked with a lot of people that, you know, I wanted to work with.
Yeah.
And like I said, consistency, like time will tell. We do another interview, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna pop up and I'm gonna be saying their name.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. You know?
Yeah.
So it ain't no disrespect. I just want everybody to go back to the free throw line. I want to be able to be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like they doing their thing. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I think my goal with that album too, or at least one of them, is I don't like the way nowadays I feel like damn near everybody work apart from each other. So they'll have the beat sent to them, then they gonna lay their verse,
instead of being
send
in
it
the
to
lab.
somebody else, and I'm like, yeah, let's just all get in here, bro. Let's
Man,
just all create together.
I love that too. That's when the magic goes down. Like, I think a lot of people, like you know, the culture around here crazy. So I think that everybody's main concern is everybody working in the same environment.
Yeah.
Man, you got these cell phones, you got these drops, cats being a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know, niggas that did shit. You know, you got the past on you, whatever. I think a lot of it might be just the trust.
Yeah.
But if everybody can be mutual and say, hey, man, I'm just coming by myself, bro, or whatever, you know, because you got this guy show up with 5 cats, you got this guy show up with 3. It ain't even going to be the artist half the time.
Yeah.
It's going to be homie over here and dude in the back. They got a major issue they got to take care of.
Yeah.
And then it goes up from there. You know, I think that's probably, so if you could orchestrate that, just get an understanding of, hey, you know, this session is just y'all. Don't try to, you know what I'm saying, bring no extras.
Yeah, I kind of learned my lesson on that early on. So I did a session probably a little over a year ago, and I thought it was a good idea, and it was cool. I'm glad I did it, because it brought a lot of people together, made some connections that, you know, they hadn't known each other before. So it worked out. It was cool. But I threw a session over a year ago where I had like 30 artists pull up. I had like 30 motherfuckers in the studio together.
No shit.
Shit was cool as hell. Everybody got along. But the issue I had was when we left and we started posting pictures of we all in the studio together.
Yeah, the drops.
Now all the other artists in the city hit me up like, oh, you a bitch. Why didn't you invite me? All this. And I realized, shit, now we got a jealousy factor. I realized you almost gotta keep it in like small little groups so people don't get in their feelings.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, that shit
right
crazy.
On that.
Hell yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't hit you like, man, fuck that bitch ass nigga in the back of you.
Yeah, they was definitely tripping about some
I'm
shit.
on his top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you got any merch?
Yeah, mad dashing. We took a freeze. My bro Slicks the Capo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's me and his merch. It's more of a line though than merch. You know, Mad Dashing. So maddashing.com. You know, 2 eyes on there.
Yeah.
You can get some. Matter of fact, we got in the locker room right now. Crazy spring collection. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out for y'all. Give me like mid-July.
Hell yeah.
Yup, mid-July. Let me mark my words on that. Yeah. A crazy spring collection. Like all that, you know, the above the knees Nike shorts and all that shit with the Nike top. We got all that, but it's mad dashing. With the hats. So yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Kick some fly shit. You know, we still with this FYDN shit, man, you know?
Hell yeah. Man, what you got that you're working on right now in terms of music? You working on another album?
Yep.
Okay.
Like so I'm gonna kick out 4 more projects, bro, before this year's
that's
up.
Crazy.
And I'm in a movie, Trap 48, Brave Films.
Yeah, shout out Brave Films.
Yep,
man.
I'm in a movie, so I got a lead role in that. My name is Pooh. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the homie Pooh Bear. I don't think it got nothing to do with him. He on another path right now. But yeah, my name is Pooh in the movie Trap 48.
Yeah.
Brave Films.
Bro, how you get tapped in with Bray?
Man, bro, he did my first music video ever. I was on my way. I was on my way back from KC. And I said, now or never. I was on the highway. I called him. He was ready for me. Like it was, you know, yesterday. He said, shit, when you want to do it? I said, well, hey, I'll do it as soon as possible. He like, shit, where you at? I said, I'm finna get off the highway in about an hour and a half. He was right there. He shot me up. So it's crazy. Brad tell you this same story. We just talked about it at a practice scene we had the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had never shot like movie shit before.
Okay.
And we had a music video, and I asked him, could we do like a small skit, like a movie skit in the beginning? And he just took it on. And from then on, shit, he just started blasting the movie shit out.
Hell yeah.
You know?
That's crazy, man.
I
just I peeped that shit through what was it? Bray Films dropped PPP Long Gone.
Yeah.
And I seen that movie and that shit was good. And then I went and tapped in with Drew Vision Cinema and I've been popping into his movies. I didn't even know we had a scene like that in town. We got some crazy actors. They pumping out movies like that. Like they really working,
it's
man.
Dope. It's dope, bro.
Hell yeah. That's a cool ass scene.
Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Cause we all we got is when it come to a platform, bro.
Yeah.
We don't got no Jay-Z's. We don't got no Biggies and shit. And then on the wet, we ain't got no Pocs and Snoops and shit like that to stamp us.
Yeah.
Or like majority of the cities in the States, bro, they got somebody to stamp them, right?
Yeah.
Like on a high level though.
Yeah.
So we still working for that. And don't give up, because even if it ain't us, if we set the record straight, it'll come right after us.
Hell
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
man, that's
don't
real.
be selfish, man. Put that work in. Give it all you got.
Hell yeah. Man, I don't think I got too many more questions. We almost to the hour mark. That went crazy fast.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we got to do it again.
Hell yeah, 100%, bro. You got anything else you want to say to the people before the last question?
Man, major love on all the support, man.
Yeah.
All my listeners, all my people. You know I'm going to keep going. You know, we on a Mad Dash series, so shout out to the mob, man. Shout out to my guys. Shout out to my family. Rest in peace to the ones we lost. You already know. Baby bro, Big Chubby. You know, the whole nine. Hey, we doing this for y'all, man. You already know it.
Hell yeah, man. So for the last question, man, I like to end off every podcast the same way with anybody who's from the city. So for the last to end it off, just put people on to some local shit. It could be anything from shouting out musicians, clothing shops, food, anything at all. Just some local shit.
That's crazy, bro. Ah, man. All right, go get some of that food from Jay's Diner.
Oh, yeah.
Lincoln and Oliver. Yeah, Chef Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get at my bro, that Jay's Diner. I seen Nelson's Kitchen just got that second location. That's top tier. Yeah. Top tier. Congratulations to the Nelsons. Man, it's a whole lot I could shout out, bro. Over there, Midwest Blends Barbershop.
Yeah.
13th and Woodline, man. Get at them guys, razor sharp. It's a whole lot of other barbers too. Shout y'all out.
Yeah.
I just go to my man Keon and get sliced up. Man, it's a lot, man. You got what's that shop over there with Cedra and them? They got it popping with the brow, goat.
She going
You interview
crazy.
her yet?
Not yet. Nah,
Okay,
I need to tap
Cedra.
in. I ain't never met her. She go crazy.
That shop over there got it rolling. Let me see. Let me think a few more, man. Oh man, my on 2-1, my man Antard, them the 316, man, the clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, on 21st Street. Right over there. Game on 316.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go get some drip from over there. Them my guys. Let me see. Let me get one more, two more in here, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. We gonna come back around to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit, I appreciate you for sitting down and talking with me, man. I'm gonna make sure I link all your music and socials and everything below so it's easy for everybody to find you, man. And with that being said, that's another episode. I appreciate y'all for watching.
For sure.